Hello fellow Monkees fans, it is your Daydream Believer Tuesday. We'll have club member Ruthie here, and this past Monday, the 31st, was the 2-year anniversary of when I saw my first Monkees concert. So today I'm going to be doing a story time about my first Monkees concert. So it was 2 years ago, which means I don't remember a ton. It all kind of is blended together. Because I was just so in the moment and so, I was just enjoying being in the moment. I didn't really take a ton of videos. Then my mom took all the videos. But I will tell you guys what I do remember, and I'll also share a few details about that trip. So we went to Nashville. I had been a Monkees fan for a little over a month. I hadn't been a fan for quite too long, but my parents agreed to take me down to Nashville, Tennessee to see them perform. So we went down there. I think it was the day we got down there in the morning, and we went on a double-decker bus tour of the city, and then we went to a historic mansion, and then after that we went to the Johnny Cash Museum, which was right next to the venue where I was going to see the Monkees. And so I kind of was rushing for the Johnny Cash Museum, and I was a big Johnny Cash fan, so looking back on it, I kind of feel a little bad, but, oh well, it's fine. So anyway, so I was kind of rushing to the Johnny Cash Museum. I was looking at things, not very, I wasn't really paying that much attention. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, there's like some clothes, that's cool, and I wasn't really paying a ton of attention, except for when we went to the Sun Records exhibit, because there were things from Elvis in there, and Jerry Lee Lewis, and Roy Orbison, so I was a bit focused on that. But overall, I was kind of rushing because it was getting closer and closer to the time of the concert. The concert was 8, and I think I got my parents out of there. I made us walk over at 5:45. We were really early, 2 hours. Yeah, so we walked over to the venue. I had a lot of spare time, so I sat down, ate something, and then I saw this guy with a Monkees hat on in a tour book, and I was like, oh, I didn't even think about merch. So we ran over, not really ran, but we walked over to the merch stand. The line was surprisingly not very long, but I got some shirts, and then I got a tour book. Funnily enough, the merch was from the 2014 tour, so that's kind of cool. I guess I had tour merch from when Mike toured with them. I'm not complaining. But anyway, so I got in line after I got my merch. I got in line in front of the doors to go inside it was a symphony center, so it's kind of like a theater. But anyway, I got in line. I was like the first or second person in line, and we sat there for about half an hour or so, I guess, and we were talking to the people behind us, and the lady was talking about the Monkees stuff she had, and how she might get rid of it, and I said she could give it to me, and I haven't heard from her or anything, but I tried. Anyway, we went in the venue, went to our seat. We had decent seats. I'd say we're probably like anywhere between 15 to 25 rows back from the stage, so we had decent seats, and it was me and my mom, and my dad was sat farther back, because he didn't decide to go to the concert until like the day of, so we had to get a different ticket. But anyway, that's beside the point. And I sat next to this girl and her mom, and I talked to them, and they were really, really nice. You could tell they were having fun during the concert. They were dancing and singing. And again, since I was a fairly new Monkees fan, I didn't know a ton of the songs, but I sang what I knew. And I don't remember everything. I remember Mickey did his version of Sugar Sugar. He did Johnny Be Good, I think. Peter sang Alvin, which, if you don't know, was a song that his brothers wrote, and it was supposed to appear on an album, but later didn't. But if you haven't heard it, I suggest go checking it out. I'm sure, I think it's on one of the compilation albums or something. It's somewhere, I promise. But anyway, and then I remember he did Going Down, and didn't know the words, and they did Daydream Believer, and I cried a lot. And then I don't remember much else. I don't remember they did. I'll get back upon my feet. I'll be back upon my feet. I don't remember a lot. I remember Mickey, when he left the stage, he high-fived a girl and she freaked out. I remember there was like seats behind the stage and he would turn and like look at them and sing to them and stuff. I don't remember the set list to its entirety or anything, sadly. I remember afterward we left the building and I went around the side because I wanted to meet them. I wanted to try and meet them. So I was trying to find like their car or wait for where they were going to leave or something. And unfortunately I did not do that. My parents said we had to leave. It was getting kind of crazy around there. So we just left. And I was really bummed about that, but I was very, very, very happy, absolutely on cloud 9 about seeing my favorite band. I didn't think I would ever get to see them again. It was really hard to get to sleep that night for sure. I remember laying in bed for like 3 hours just because I was hyped up on adrenaline and everything. But it was absolutely amazing. I'll never forget that trip. And even though I don't remember all of the whole concert, I do remember bits and pieces, which is better than nothing. But yeah, I look back on it now. I'm like, little did I know what would happen, less than a year later. More concerts and everything. But at the time, it was absolutely amazing, and I still cherish that a lot because it was my first Monkees concert, and I was very fortunate to see them. And I remember the next day, we went to this little restaurant on our way out of town, and I had my monkey shirt on that I got from the concert, one of them, and there was a guy that walked past us. He was leaving the restaurant. He saw my shirt and he was like, oh, my friend, he plays in the band, who I later found out was John Billings, which is how I met Peter, through him. But anyway, and I remember thinking, oh man, like if I knew I could have like met him or something through this guy, or gave this guy something to get autographed or whatever, because that's just where my mind was at that time. But I thought it was really cool that guy was friends with him. I was like, man, I'm jealous. But anyway, we went into the bathroom, because we had a 4-hour drive. I'll spare you the details, don't worry. But I remember in this stall there was a like a little 8x11 paper that had the Monkees concert advertised, and I tried to take it out of the thing. I didn't succeed, and I was really bummed about it a couple months later. But fortunately, I was able to get one of those advertisement flyers through an auction. Actually, I got it, and I will show it to you guys. But let's see, what else happened? I went to the Hard Rock Cafe that day, which was great because it was like the morning after the concert, the day after, we went and walked around downtown Nashville. Lots of boot stores and lots of bars. Yeah, there was a lot of that. But it was fun. I went to my first Hard Rock Cafe, which was amazing. Unfortunately, they didn't have any Monkey stuff, but they had a lot of Beatles stuff, which was cool. And overall, it was an absolutely amazing trip. And I will put the videos that I do have and the photos that I do have in this video, so you guys can see them. But yeah, that's really it. I don't remember a ton of stuff. I just remember talking to people at the venue and being very in the moment. I think at one point I closed my eyes and just pictured all 4 of them as, they were in the 60s up on the stage performing. So that is all I have for you guys today. Keep daydream believing, have a lovely Torch Tuesday, and save the Texas Parent Channel.